I have a sheet of paper up here, and anybody can get this information for the block by block program for free houses, which is $1.
Free houses for $1? Baby, where? Because last I checked, if you walk into Family Dollar, fill up your cart, and stroll out without swiping that card, guess what? You're not going home. You're headed straight to jail. Know why? Because $1 ain't free, sweetheart. Let's not play games. That's the wild part. Tiffany's out here pushing these so-called free dollar houses like she just reinvented urban planning. Sis, this isn't development. This is pure fantasy wrapped in confusion. Tiffany, love, you are not equipped for this. Honestly, that might explain why your position didn't last longer than 4 years. Bless your heart, truly, because whew, the delusion is loud. Hey y'all, it's your girl, Jayla Renee. And yes, I'm in the building serving green on green realness today. Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe, and sound off in the comments below. We need to talk. Are we feeling the look, kinda? No? Hey, moving on. Let's get into it. Today we're cracking open the vault and revisiting one of Tiffany's most ridiculous, wildly unserious proposals. A real what was she thinking kind of idea that had the trustees shutting it down immediately. And honestly, who could blame them? So, here's what she was pushing. Tiffany truly believed she was going to bless the entire community with free homes. Yes, she really used the word free. Homes. That's how she sold it. I know, you're staring at the screen, like, girl, no way. But I'm not kidding. She stood up with her whole chest and said, "Give me $1, and I'll give you a house." Like it was a BOGO sale.
The land bank will not be taking all the properties.
Exactly.
We choose the properties that we want the land bank to take.
There you go.
So again, let's get the facts straight before we put them out there.
Okay, so
if we don't have the facts straight, then don't put them out there.
Are we getting money from the land banks? They paying for the properties that
we will be getting money from the land bank. Attend the meeting, man. So
did
you have that opportunity to ask that.
Did you discuss that and say what dollar amount we getting?
We talk to the land bank. We are setting up a meeting to see the amount that we're going to get. If we're not getting dollars, then we're not going with the land bank.
Thank you.
So that's what I'm saying. You mustn't hear me talk about it.
Her idea? If there's an abandoned house on your street, everybody on that block should get one. Now keep in mind, there's one house and 12 people. Good luck. Maybe draw names. Maybe fight over it. That's on you. She really had a whole dream built around this, like she was launching some kind of historic housing revolution. Tiffany Henyard, or should I say Tiff the Builder, really thought she was channeling Dr. King. And I wish I were exaggerating, because yes, she literally said the dream was about her, the march. That was her vision, her plan, rebuild the community, block by block. Sounded deep, until you actually listened. The core of her big idea was this: sell you $1 house and give you 6 months, just 6, to fully renovate it from the inside out. Whole transformation, top to bottom. But here's the twist no one talks about. Tiffany is infamous for moving like molasses when it comes to paperwork. She
attend the housing committee meeting. You keep saying we didn't have one. We did have a housing committee meeting. You were not present, nor your administrator, nor none of your staff. So again, you don't know what's going on if you don't attend.
Ain't that something?
So I'm not placing the blame. I'm telling the truth. I'm stating the fact.
Okay, are you finished?
No, I'm not done.
Bitch,
okay,
are you finished?
With that being said, I need you to make sure that you include us in whatever the house
loses permits, delays approvals, and nothing, absolutely nothing, gets greenlit unless she personally says so. So, what do you think was really going to happen? You give her that $1, start getting to work, then wait around for the green light. And wait some more. And before you know it, boom, 6 months gone. Permits never came. Renovation never happened. House is gone, snatched, repossessed. Tiffany's got it back. And if we're being honest, that was probably the scam the whole time. And of course, standing right next to her the entire way, Mr. Holmes, always showing up like her backup dancer, harmonizing whatever nonsense she was preaching. That man never missed a chance to defend her, even when the plan made 0 sense. But now, silent. Crickets, calm as a statue, not a word out. of him since that dollar house dream crashed and burned. So where's that loyalty now, Holmes? She said it loud and clear, didn't she? If we're not getting anything, then we're not going with it. That's word for word, no sugarcoating, no confusion, so this sudden backpedaling, completely pointless. Y'all were crystal clear. No money, no support for the land bank. End of discussion. But then what happened? You turned right around and voted for it anyway. No paperwork, no structure, no documentation, not even a loose framework. Just handed it over like a birthday gift. No strings, no accountability. And for what? A handshake and a trust me. Come on now. So let me be real clear, Mr. Mayor. The next time you roll through pushing policy, don't come empty-handed. Don't pull up with big dreams and no blueprint. If you're serious, then bring something with roots. Dig them in deep. Because if your foundation's trash, you've got no business standing up like you're about to build something. You're just stacking ideas on air, and we're supposed to cheer for that. Look, I get it. Who wouldn't want a house for $1? Honestly, at this point, I'd even take a $1 trailer. But let's cut through the fluff. Who's actually on the hook for these homes? Who's carrying the liability when something goes sideways? Oh, right, the village. So when things fall apart with these properties, guess who's footing the bill? That's right, us. Taxpayer money on the line, potential lawsuits brewing, and once again, not a single clear roadmap in sight. When programs like this roll out, we can't just go with the vibe. We need a full plan, start to finish. It's not about rejecting the idea. It's about demanding transparency. We're not saying no to the program. We're saying, show us the blueprint. As a realtor, I can't just co-sign something financially or legally reckless. I sell homes. I know what's at stake. So let me ask, what kind of lottery is this? Who gets to enter? Who's managing it? Oh wait, we already know. Tiffany. She's both the gatekeeper and the boss. This is her whole gig. Tiffany's playground. She's calling all the shots, just like always. Now, when folks said we weren't getting anything from this deal, they didn't mean they hated the idea. They meant, hold up, let's not rush into a vote when nothing's been thought through. Because once that vote goes through, it's done. You can't take it back. And if it all explodes later, the blame doesn't go to the land bank. It lands on the trustees who approved it. That's why we need structure. That's what being responsible looks like. We told the residents we'd be transparent, and we meant that. We'll show the receipts. But we're not walking into chaos. Just to say we tried something. We're here to make sure it's done right, period. And a quick shout out to whoever finally said, this is how adults communicate. Because yes, that's exactly it. When someone's speaking passionately, you don't cut them off and say, are you done yet? No, you let them finish, then respond with, here's what I heard. That's how you build trust and move forward. But you know who's not doing that? Tiffany. I don't think she's actually listening. I think she's just running a script. Playing political games like usual. If she'd really heard Brittany, she'd know we didn't vote blindly. But that's the narrative Tiffany wants, so that's what she's running with. Meanwhile, I've got the proof. Y'all approved. That land bank deal with no paperwork, 0. But now you expect me to work with full documentation? The hypocrisy is wild. And don't even get me started on Tiffany in Atlanta, acting like she's clean in all of this. Oh no, I tracked her. Memorial Day weekend, ATL, pulled it up on Google Earth. At this point, I'm basically a Google Earth detective. While she's partying it up, we're here cleaning up the wreckage from her half-baked ideas. And this whole free dollar house narrative? Please, ain't nothing free about it. It's like going into Dollar Tree, grabbing something off the shelf, and walking out without paying. Guess what? You're getting arrested, because $1 still costs money. Tiffany calling these houses free is just another headline. Snatch. 0 logic behind it. So let's get real. These so-called free homes for $1? It's nonsense. $1 ain't free. And if you tried that at Dollar Tree, you'd be in cuffs. But Tiffany's out here pushing this dream like she's Oprah. And what's wild is, y'all bought it after she looked you dead in the eye and said, and I quote, she ain't giving y'all a dime. No money, none. And still, y'all voted for her. After she told you outright no funding was coming your way, you ran back to the table like, maybe we can make it work. But when it came to launching a real program for residents, not investors, not the land bank, she slammed the door shut. You didn't even get a fair chance to start it because she refused to share any details. She wanted blind loyalty. Just like with that shady cancer foundation she ran. Remember that? It's for a good cause, she said. I know someone with cancer. Sure, sis. Meanwhile, she was funneling money through a foundation that wasn't even legally hers. That's why nobody trusts her. She lies. Constantly. Now let's talk about the truth behind those dollar houses. They weren't for the everyday residents. Let's be honest. They were for investors. You had to show proof of funds, $20,000 minimum. Be a licensed and bonded contractor in the village of Dalton, secure a 90-day permit, pass multiple inspections, initial and final, and drop a $1,000 escrow. Oh, and did I mention it was a lottery system? With a 75-25 split, the investor keeps 75%, village gets 25%. That's not a public service, that's a hustle. Want a real-world example? I almost bought one myself. Hired a private inspector. Thank God I did. The house was literally sinking. Rotten joists, structural nightmare. Inspector said, run. So I did. That's what due diligence looks like. Tiffany? Nah. She rented out a property to a single mom with kids. And the basement? Covered in feces. Mold so toxic it was growing on the kids' shoes overnight. I'm not exaggerating. Clean shoes at night, moldy in the morning. The whole family got sick. The city declared the home uninhabitable. Slapped a sticker on the door. So what did Tiffany do? Brought in her own inspector, cleared it magically, and moved the family back in. Into that same toxic house. Later, real inspectors had to show up again and say, this place is still unsafe. And that's where it gets dangerous. Tiffany's got her own little crew of inspectors, the ones who stamp whatever she tells them to. Breathing mold, health declining, and she just shrugs. Doesn't care one bit. That's why smart folks always hire private inspectors. Never trust the village's team, because if it's Tiffany's crew, they might just lie to your face. When she starts talking about crawl spaces, that's just her code for cover-ups. And here's another twist. If you're an investor, you can't just hold on to the house. You can't rent it to Section 8 tenants. You have to flip it to sell it. That's how the village profits. Now let's break down the $5,000 house program. You must be a Dalton resident. Live in the home for 5 years. Complete all repairs within 90 days. With permits, inspections, the whole deal. Miss the deadline? Foreclosure. And who comes in to scoop it up cheap? Tiffany. Of course. This isn't incompetence. It's a setup. She could have gotten away with a lot of this if she just communicated. But her obsession with control is what took her down. Kendrick said it best. Sit down. Be humble. The inspection fee? Just $500 for homeowners. There's a lottery too. And I'll say it again. Always bring in your own inspector, especially if you're a first-time buyer. Learn how to care for your home. Know what you're getting into. The program also requires homeowner training and annual inspections. And now Tiffany's claiming she's got roots to launch this initiative? Girl, check your ruts. Oh wait, she meant ordinance, trying to sound official. She's begging the board to give her the same leeway they gave the land bank, even though they weren't given funding either. She claims if any trustee had feedback, she would have added it in. Just say it, right? Then we cut to Tino. Play. The video. And here comes Holmes, always in that washed-out sepia filter. Every time he speaks, it feels like we've time-traveled to 1923. Slow, drawn out, full of political bootlicking. Suddenly he's all, I agree residents should have chances to improve their lives. Really? You mean the same guy who asked, is any money coming back to Dalton? And heard her say no? Yeah, that guy. But you still won't challenge. Huh. Spineless. Then the land bank rep's video starts playing. She explains it clearly. They make money by selling properties. They're technically a non-profit, but the cash comes from flipping houses. It goes back into operations and community development. But just when she's about to dig deeper, snip. Tiffany cuts it. Gone. Just like that. And for what? Why choose that still frame? Why slap no revenue on the screen pointing right at his... Really? That's your cut? Tiffany girl, come on. What even is that clip? No revenue to... And then nothing. Sentence just dies. Leaves it open-ended like some shady conspiracy. Like no revenue to... him. It looks messy, feels dirty. And Tiffany? She doesn't see how weird that looks. She cut the video at the most convenient point, thought she was slick, added dramatic indie film music like it's Sundance. Cue the violins. Tiffany, you were terrible at this job. 4 years and not a single re-election. Because you failed. All you had to do was be a little charming. Just enough charm to get people to sit through your mess. But no. Even that was too hard. And now, you're gone. If nobody else says it, I will. Mama misses you. That's right. They're all pretending to be glad you're gone, but not like I am. I'm happy for Brittany. No more of your nonsense. I'm even happy for Holmes, even though he lied, because the rug got yanked from under him. But me, Tiffany, you were the main show. A walking, talking headline machine. A scandal wrapped in glitter. I miss the chaos. Y'all stay out of trouble. I'm not getting dragged into it. And if you made it this far in the video, drop an 8 in the comments so I know you're one of mine, right here, in my heart. Mama loves you. Peace.